Hello, grade 5 students. How are you doing? So tell me, guys, do plants respire? Do they breathe in and out? Yes, they do. Welcome to the solution of the fourth science worksheet talking about plants respiration. Respiration is the act of breathing in oxygen and breathing out carbon dioxide, and all living organisms go through this process. How plants respire? They take in oxygen and they breathe out carbon dioxide. They use the oxygen taken to produce a very important kind of energy, which is the ATP energy needed to perform different life activities. What is the relationship between photosynthesis and respiration in plants? These are two opposite processes. While during photosynthesis, plants take in carbon dioxide to produce their food and they release oxygen, while during respiration, they do the opposite thing, which means they take in oxygen and they breathe out carbon dioxide in order to produce ATP energy. So, this is the solution of the fourth science worksheet. I will start with question number 1. The diagram below displays two processes that happen in green plants: photosynthesis and respiration. Determine the process that happens in green plants day and night. One of these two processes happens all day, all night. Living organisms do not stop respiration. They don't stop breathing. While photosynthesis in green plants stops at night, since there is no light energy to use for food making. So what is the process that happens in green plants day and night? Plants do not stop breathing. So it's the respiration process that doesn't stop day and night. So respiration happens in green plants day and night because plants need oxygen every single moment, and this process doesn't require any energy. I will add between brackets that photosynthesis needs sunlight energy and it cannot be done at night. Describe how respiration helps plants. Why do plants respire? What do they breathe? They take in oxygen. Okay, but what do they use this oxygen for? Respiration helps in making or producing the ATP energy needed by plants to live. So we breathe, plants breathe, animals breathe. They use the oxygen taken in by the bodies to produce ATP energy. What is the equation of the respiration process? I'm going to erase this one since plants do not need any energy to go through respiration. Actually, during respiration, plants combine sugar with the oxygen taken and produce carbon dioxide, water, and ATP energy. Okay, let me arrange this. So, sugar plus oxygen, when plants combine sugar and oxygen together, they will get carbon dioxide, they will get water, and the energy needed by the plant, which is the ATP energy. So this is the equation of the respiration process that happens in plants, and not by symbols, by names. The formula for photosynthesis is CO2 plus H2O plus sunlight gives C6H12O6 plus O2. This formula says that carbon dioxide and water molecules are combined with the sunlight energy to produce sugar and oxygen. The plant gets water from the ground through its roots. The plant collects carbon dioxide from the air. Much of the carbon dioxide comes from living organisms that breathe it out, but some also comes from factory smokestacks and car fumes. Define photosynthesis. What is photosynthesis? It is the food making process that happens in green plants. So again, photosynthesis is the food making process that happens in green plants. Indicate or give the name of the plant's part that gets water from the ground. How do plants take water from the ground? Through what? The plant gets water from the ground through its roots. So the roots help the plant get the water it needs from the soil or from the ground. Give the name of the plant's part that collects carbon dioxide from the air. In the text, they said the plants collect carbon dioxide from the air, but they didn't mention how does a plant get it. So, how does carbon dioxide enter the plant's body or the plant cells? It's through tiny openings called the stomata in the leaves. The stomata in the leaves. So again, plants take in the carbon dioxide needed for photosynthesis through tiny holes found in the back surface of the leaves called stomata. Pick out from the text two different resources of carbon dioxide. Where carbon dioxide comes from? We will find the answer of this question in these sentences. Carbon dioxide comes first from living organisms that breathe it out. When we as people breathe, we take in oxygen and we breathe out carbon dioxide. This carbon dioxide that we breathe out is taken by the plant for photosynthesis. Some of the carbon dioxide comes from factory stacks and car fumes. Okay? So what are two different resources of carbon dioxide? We will say carbon dioxide comes from living organisms respiration, يعني when they breathe out CO2, and from factory smokestacks. You can also write car fumes. Okay, let me put it this way. Indicate how many carbon atoms one molecule of glucose contains. Let's see. So this is one molecule of glucose. How many carbon does it contain? Take a look on this. How many C is there? 6. Didn't they write C6? So this one molecule, this glucose or this sugar contains 6 carbon, 6 atoms of carbon. Is it possible to get one molecule of glucose out of one molecule of CO2 of carbon dioxide? Let's see. Here we have CO2, carbon dioxide. And here we have the glucose. In the glucose, we have 6 atoms of carbon. But in the carbon dioxide, we have 1 atom of carbon. Can we get this using one molecule of this, one molecule of carbon dioxide? No. Actually, we need 6 of these because we need 6 C's, 6 carbon atoms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 molecules of carbon dioxide. We will take 1 C from each of these CO2, and then they will be used by the glucose. They will be given to the glucose molecule. So no, we will need 6 of this, 6 C's, to get 1 molecule of glucose. Just a quick explanation. We have a molecule of carbon dioxide and we have a molecule of glucose, of sugar. So this way we write sugar, C6O12O6, and this is the carbon dioxide. The carbon dioxide has 1 C, 1. Where did we get these 6 C's? Where did we get them from? We used 6 CO2. Let me add 5 more. CO2, 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 and CO2. These 6 molecules of carbon dioxide were used to produce this, to make 1 molecule of glucose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we need 6 molecules of CO2, of carbon dioxide, to make 1 molecule of glucose. Indicate if the phrase is describing photosynthesis or respiration process. Let's start. It produces sugar. What is the process that plants go through to make their food? It's photosynthesis. It's this one. Let me put a tick. Okay, so photosynthesis is the food making process that green plants go through to produce sugar, to produce a kind of food which is the sugar. So this is for photosynthesis. It produces water. Let's see. While going through photosynthesis, plants take carbon dioxide and take water. So during photosynthesis, water isn't produced. Actually, it is used to make sugar. Let's see. During respiration, plants take sugar and oxygen and they produce carbon dioxide and water. Let's go to see the equation. During respiration, plants use sugar and oxygen and they produce water. Yes, they produce water. So water is produced during respiration. It happens in the dark as well as in the light. Which one of these two processes happens day and night? It is respiration. Since photosynthesis needs sunlight energy, photosynthesis happens in the light only, so it doesn't happen in the dark. It uses carbon dioxide. What do plants use carbon dioxide for? They use it to make their food. Plants absorb water from the soil through the roots. They take in carbon dioxide through the stomata to cook and make their own food. So it's for photosynthesis. It releases oxygen. While going through photosynthesis, plants use carbon dioxide, water, and sunlight. They produce sugar and release oxygen. So it's during photosynthesis that oxygen is released. It happens only in the presence of light energy. It's photosynthesis for sure. The light energy is used to combine carbon dioxide and oxygen together. Respiration happens in the living organisms' bodies day and night, and it doesn't require the presence of light energy. So that's it. Bye bye.